For my next trick, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to pull a rabbit out of my sleeve. No, that's not what I'm going to do. What I want to talk about now is footers. So for our headers, I wanted a different thing at the top of each of my different chapters. For my footer, what I want it to show is in the middle of the footer, I want to see the date, and at the right side of the footer, I would like to see the page numbers. And I want that to happen just all the way through the document. I'm not going to have to worry about same as previous. Although I could, there are times when people would like to have each chapter start over with page 1. But in my case, I am not worried about that. So we're going to work in the footer section, and we're going to see how we could create a footer that we could use over and over again in more than one document. So I can start in any footer down here. Doesn't matter what page I'm on, doesn't matter what section I'm on, as long as I'm going to use same as previous. Maybe just to sort of make sense here, I'm going to go to the top of the document. I don't have to, but I'm going to. So I'm double-clicking out of the footer. I'm going to use my Control-Home keyboard shortcut to get up to the top of that thing, where it nicely says Chapter 1. I'm digging on that. Now, I would like to insert a footer. And when I say insert a footer, I'm giving you a big clue. It's under the Insert tab, the same way header was. So I'm clicking on Insert. I'm going to go over here to Insert a Footer. And in this case, I would like to have 3 placeholders down here. So instead of blank, I'm going to go with blank 3 columns. And it drops that down in my footer, 3 separate placeholders. Now, I either have to type something in there or remove them. Otherwise, I will actually see the words type here, and that would be an awful thing. So for the first little placeholder, I'm going to click and tap the delete key. And then I'm going to go to the second little placeholder and click. And now I've got a whole ribbon up here of stuff I can do in my header and footer, like insert the date and time. So I'm going to click on that right now, inserting the date and time. It says, how would you like the date and time to look? I'm going to go with the little short date here. And notice a checkbox that says update automatically. So that means every time I open this document, it will show that day's date down there at the bottom. And that can be handy if I occasionally come and update this file, and when I print it out, it'll have the date of the printout, and that way maybe I can look at 2 different printouts and figure out which one was the most recent, which one had the latest changes in it. On the other hand, if I would like it to show the date at which I last edited it, and not have it update automatically every time I open it, then I would uncheck that. But in my case, I would like it to update automatically so that every time they open the document, it shows that day's date in it. So I will leave that check marked and I'll choose OK. So there is today's date. And then the other thing I said I want to put it in there was the page number. So I'm going to click where it says type here over at the right-hand side. And I've got a thing up here about page numbers. Now when I click on that, I've got all kinds of choices. Top of the page, bottom of the page, page margins, blah, blah, blah. I have, through my experience, discovered the best way to do that is select the place where you want the page number to be, and then go with this bad boy right here, current position. That way I'm not going to get any surprises about having it appear someplace that I wasn't quite sure of. So hovering over a current position, I see a little pull-down list of page numbers, where I could have it just the page number or the word page and the page number. If I scroll down just a little bit, there is one of them down here. By the way, there's only one of them here that shows page X of Y. So that'll show me what page I'm on and the total number of pages, and that's the one I like. I'm going to click on that and drop it right in there. So it says I'm looking at page 1 of a total of 15 pages. And if I scroll down, it says that on every single page. By the way, just a little keyboard shortcut. If I'm in the header or footer section and I tap the down arrow key, it goes to the next header or footer section. Down arrow again goes to the next header or footer section. And so this way I can see it's going to have today's date and the page number on every single page, and it's just fine with me if it's same as previous. So now it's your turn. Let me just remind you what we did. First, we didn't have a header or footer. Well, we had a header, but we didn't have a footer. So in this case, we went to Insert. We wanted to insert a footer this time. We chose the blank 3 columns. Then we deleted the leftmost placeholder. We put today's date in the center placeholder. And we put the page X of Y in the right side placeholder. Your turn to go do that. Come join me.